today to tell you that the government is concerned with what happened, and the government is behind all of us. The federal government is behind all of us. You remember the speech Mr. President gave, where he said not all police officers are bad, only few that are there that are bad, and that they have to be reformed, and that the federal government is truly behind the police, and that the federal government will never accept any police officer to lose his life. That the unity of this country lies on the support that is given to police officers. Because if you lose, or if you are demoralized, the tendency is for criminals to take over the public space. And the country is relying on us to make sure that the public space is not taken care, it's not taken over by the criminals. So no amount of provocation, no amount of insult will make us to shy away from our responsibilities, in as much as we are aware that government is behind us. So we'll encourage you to continue performing your duties. We'll encourage you to be professional in performing your duties. We'll encourage you to be civic. But if anybody touches you, if anybody comes to assault you, you can also protect yourselves. When we talk of human rights, the police are human. So the rights of police officers will also be protected. So we are sending the message that legally we have the right to protect ourselves. But while we are doing that, we'll make sure that until we are in danger. Okay? So from now onward, we are going to bring out to the public the package that the government has put in place for those officers that lost their lives at the course of this protest. Started as peaceful protests, but at the course of the protest, I knew how you went about to protect the protesters so that they will not be molested. But at the course of the protest turned violent. Violent not only on other members of the public, but also against police officers. We've seen where police stations were attacked. Individuals, property that belongs to individuals were attacked. Vehicles were destroyed. These are criminal activities that the protesters wanted to provoke you, so that you use maximum force against them and for them to achieve another aim of justifying police brutality. When they didn't see that, they went into violence. But because of your resilience, because of your professionalism, you are able to show maximum restraint. You are able to meet up to the standard that is required in quelling protests by not using your firearms. And that has led to exposure of the way Nigerian police officers, especially those in FCT, are professionally trained to deal with unrest in the country. So I wish to thank you for that resilience. I wish to thank you for showing that restraint. And everybody, including the international community, have seen that you acted professionally. The aim was to demoralize you. The aim was to dehumanize you so that you will not be able to perform your duties. But you are not provoked to that extent. Despite the attacks, despite the molestation on some of you in persons, you still came out to perform your duties as is required of you. So we thank you most sincerely for this. Those officers that lost their lives all over the country, they will not die in vain. Because adequate compensation has been planned for them in an extensive manner to show that they serve their country to the extent of losing their lives. And every Nigerian will be proud to say that at the cost of serving his own country, he lost his life. The federal government has vowed to make sure that from now onward, the police is reformed in all segments of the force, whether it is in area of logistics or in area of welfare to individual officers or to our barracks. It is for that reason that the federal government, for the past 10 years, the government of this country has been trying to come up with an intervention in terms of police transport where money can be found to take care of police needs. It is only this government that was able to see to light the passage into law of police transport. So all our barracks will be taken care of. All our logistic requirements in terms of vehicles, in terms of accoutrement, in terms of medicals, all segments of what is required of police officers to have for them to perform their duties, the fund will take care of that. Not only that, within the new Police Act that has been passed into law, there are a lot of provisions that take care of the welfare of police officers. It is not administrative way or administrative procedure to take care of the officer, but it is now legal that those welfare requirements must be given. And it is this government that passed into law that Police Act 2020. We are always thinking of retirement. What do you have? What do you think of when we retire? This administration, this government has taken care of our health requirement in terms of retirement. When we retire, we are also to benefit from the National Health Insurance Scheme. So a lot of our retirees have already keyed into that, so we wouldn't be afraid when we retire. How can we use the little money we have for our retirement to take care of our health? The government has taken care of that. And there are many other reforms that are ongoing. After leaving here, I'm going to address all the commissioners of police through virtual conference this afternoon. And we're going to take stock of some of the challenges that we notice as a result of this protest, so that we address them. We don't allow it to happen again.